This is a demonstration of some of the highlights of Squiggles, a paint program specific to the iPhone and touch. So we can go ahead and start with an image to paint on. We can create a new one, or start with any photo album, or we can also take photos within Squiggles. So I already have the paintbrush selected. So I go ahead and choose the brush I want, and I choose a color. I can choose a shortcut color that I can go ahead and start painting on immediately, or I can go ahead and select anything from this rainbow square. Anything lighter, darker, I can get exactly the color I want. The other thing I can do with this is take the color I've drawn or selected and drag it to a square, and that now becomes permanently part of our color swatch. And at any point I can also undo and redo any paint strokes I have. Also can choose a soft brush or a hard brush. This is more like airbrushing. Let's go ahead and change the color here. And then there are various specialty brushes, as well as the ability to change the opacity, and this will be similar to tinting. I can go ahead and paint over the top, and then there's additional modes down here. I won't go into those right now. So at any point I can also select the eraser tool, and we'll choose a larger brush, and this will erase back to the original loaded image. So I can clear off anything I want. This is all on the simulator. If I had the real phone, I could also shake it and it would erase it all off. So a few other things with the paint we'll take a look at. In addition to the normal paint, and I'll choose a smaller brush here so it becomes a little more evident. You've got the issue of painting with your finger. So one of the things that you may want to do is turn on smoothing. I'll go ahead and crank this up all the way so you can see some of the effect of that. You can see that it automatically smoothed out as soon as I drew that line. So all those little bumps and other things that my finger might possess while it's painting it is automatically smoothed out in the course of drawing. The other unique feature to Squiggles is, and I'll turn off smoothing, is the finger offset. Because when you're painting with your finger, you can't precisely place paint strokes. But with the finger offset, as you can see there, there is actually a cursor. So I can line things up exactly. Let me use a larger brush. I'm not sure what's going to show up on the video here. First time I click it, it shows my brush, and I can move it around to wherever I want. And once I've gotten that position, I let off just for a moment and start painting. And it's exactly where I left it off. So that way I can make sure I line up. If I want something on the tip of this paint, I move it around till I get exactly there. And because it's not covered by my finger, I can see the exact lineup. So this works with all the different paint tools as well. Let's take a look at some of the other tools. There's also a clone tool, so you can copy from one area to the other, and a stamps tool. Let me go ahead and clear off a few things here just so that we can continue. So even the erase tool has a cursor that's visible before you start painting, and you can turn that on and off. So stamps. And the lower right here is your options for whatever tools you have. This allows me to select stamps. Comes with an assortment of different full color images that I can paint with. So you can see I'm just painting on with the star pattern here. Let me undo that. I'll go ahead and reset my finger offset just so it's easier. Double click. So there we have that. We'll pick up a few other things. If I want the dog to blow bubbles, I could do that. There's quite a range of different things. Also do pixie dust around him. Or I can go ahead and add a collar of little roses, or add a big rose to his ear. So that's the stamp brushes and overlays. Choose the same one, and now I have other options. These are overlays. They can be moved and repositioned as well as resized. This is all on a simulator, so having to do this in the center, but I get it to the right size. On the phone you can actually move it around exactly to where you want it and rotate it. And we'll choose these pink glasses. I'll resize those, place them there, and then if I want to put on a lay onto him, just choose that, and I will go ahead and resize, rotate that. So there we have the dog with the lay. Now the other thing, I can choose text and type up a short test piece. And I can choose whatever font I wish. And now we have that. And you're not limited to the number of text or overlays that you have. And just like overlays, I can go ahead and rotate or resize that text and place it wherever I want. I can also go ahead and change its color at any point and put that there. So let's take a look at a couple other highlights. I can go ahead and adjust the brightness of any image or the contrast interactively. I can also twirl the image. Now this is on the simulator, so it's running faster than the real phone. So on the real phone it'll lag a little bit. Some of these different effects will take some time on the real phone, just a second or two, but more than on the simulator. So fisheye, squeeze, a lot of the things that you may have already seen in Photo Booth are built in here. And then I can also flip the layers and do other types of things. And whenever I'm done with the picture, I just go ahead and save it, and that's saved into my photo album. And from there I can go ahead and mail it out, or I can go ahead and download it to my computer, or do any other types of things that you would like to do with that. So that gives you a little insight to Squiggles and some of the features and capabilities. Thank you very much.